Hello and welcome to Restore 2022. Today we have arrived at Genesis chapter 33 and 34. We've noticed a behavior different today to what we've read so far. Jacob could have easily saved himself some trouble by not meeting with his brother Esau. He didn't have to go through his brother's territory to get back to his homeland. But there was a sense of obligation. And what if he wanted to put things right between them? A plan just in case Esau would turn to him and kill him. And if you remember, in their last collision, Esau had declared publicly that when Isaac dies and is buried, that he would take upon himself to kill Jacob. Esau took Jacob and the readers, like us, by completely surprise by displaying reconciliation. This is one of the things that we can take from the stories of two brothers in great animosity, coming to their senses and reconciling. What a great moment to celebrate in the life of Esau, removing and setting apart all the anger and hatred, all the threats, and wanted to live as peacefully with his brother. And then we move on to chapter 34, where we come across another story of violence. From what we have read so far in Genesis, we could see that the rise of violence is caused by mankind's behavior in the way that is deliberately rejecting God, His creative power, His abundant grace, and His loving kindness. In chapter 34, Jacob was returning to Bethel in response to what God had told him to do. It was his decision to stop in the city of Shechem, and there he's facing with this terrible thing that happens to one of his daughters, Dinah. Dinah caught the attention of a young ruler of the area. And the verse 2 of chapter 34, according to the Erzman commentary to the Bible, should be translated as Shechem, who was the ruler, took her, lay with her, and humiliated her. And as a result, her two brothers, cross and grieving the disgraceful thing that happened to their sister, come up with a cunning plan to kill the locals and to misuse the sign of the covenant, which was meant to be a blessing for the nations. Their violence escalated, and their attempts to solve violence with more violence was obvious. Solomon warns us, "He that has no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls." On the other hand, on the New Testament, Paul talks about his fellow Jewish men, act according to the flesh. And he prays for them. My heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them witness that they have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge. Paul knew firsthand what it was to have a zeal for God that was counterproductive. We'll pick up on the story tomorrow as we approach chapters 35 and 36. God bless you.